Okay, so I'm also going to be recording this. So here I have the integral of sine squared x cosine squared x dx. So what's the power of sine here? 2. That's an even number, right? And the power of cosine is what? 2. So that's also an even power. So when we have even powers of sine and cosine, we're going to use those two identities. So let's see who remembers the two identities. Sine squared of theta is equal to what? 1/2 minus cosine of what?
2 theta.
2 theta. Okay? So whatever the angle is, you double it. So if the angle is x, over there you get 2x. If the angle is 4x, here how many x are you going to get? No? 8, 2 times. Whatever it is, right? If it's 16x, how many x are you going to get over here? 32. Okay, so remember, whatever your argument is, you're going to double it. And we're going to use cosine squared theta is, so what's this one? 1/2 plus cosine of 2 theta. Okay, so these are the identities that I'm going to use. I'm going to substitute for sine squared theta in terms of cosine of 2 theta and cosine squared theta in terms of cosine of 2 theta. So here I get the integral 1/2 1 minus cosine of 2 theta times 1/2 1 plus cosine of 2 theta.
We use 2 theta or 2
2x. Thank you. Because we have x, right? I just changed everything to theta, didn't I? It would still be equivalent, but let's just keep it in x. Thank you very much. All right? Now, over here, we've got a bunch of things that we have to multiply, so we need to multiply them out. So I say 1/2 times 1/2 is what? 1/4. So I just multiplied these two by each other. And then for these two, I'm going to FOIL them, or I can use an identity. So the identity that I can use is this one, which is a minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. Who remembers this identity? One person. 2 people. Okay, 3. All right. So you can use this identity or you can multiply them out. If you multiply them out, it's just doing the FOILing method, right? So say 1 times 1 is 1, then you get 1 times cosine of 2x, which is cosine of 2x, then negative cosine of 2x. Those two cancel each other out. Then you get cosine squared of 2x. So I'm going to write the answer here using what I have over there. So I get 1 squared, which is 1, minus cosine squared of 2x dx. I'll write it here just in case anybody needs it. 1 minus cosine of 2x times 1 plus cosine of 2x. I say 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times cosine of 2x is cosine of 2x. Then minus cosine of 2x times 1 is cosine of 2x. Then cosine of 2x times cosine of 2x is cosine squared. Right? All right, now I'm going to look at the integral again. Now, there are two things I can do. What is 1 minus cosine squared of theta? What's that equal to? Sine squared, right? So I can write 1 minus cosine squared of 2x as, and I'll bring the 1/4 out, sine squared of 2x, then what? Yes. 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 Thank you. Thank you very much. I wrote it right over here, but I didn't write it over there. Okay. Now let's look at this again. So now I've got sine squared of 2x, so what kind of power is this? Even, right? So I'm going to use that formula again. So this is equal to 1 over 4 integral, instead of cosine squared of 2x, what can I write? 1/2 1 plus cosine of what? 4x. You double whatever you've got. So if I put 2x, I get 2 times 2x, which is what? 4x. So double the angle. No, minus. Ah, that's being late. All right, minus. So the sine squared of 2x. So I get 1 minus cosine of 4x over 2. All right, almost there, right? So let's see. So 1/4 times 1/2 is 1 over 8. Integral of 1 minus cosine of 4x dx. Now here, I can split this up into 1 over 8 integral of dx minus 1 over 8 integral of cosine of 4x dx. Right? You can separate the two integrals. Is that right? Okay. Now, what is the integral of dx? X, because they cancel each other out. So I get 1 over 8 x minus 1 over 8. Now, who knows what the integral of cosine of 4x dx is?
It's gonna be 1 over 4 cosine 4x.
Not cosine.
Sine.
Sine
Yeah,
of
of 4x.
4x plus c. So this is similar to one of the problems that you had on your homework where you were integrating, like cosine of 2x was in there, right? And I'm going to do that again on another problem. I just want to show you what those are, because that's where a lot of you make mistakes. So the final answer is 1 over 8x minus 1 over 32 sine of 4x plus c. Okay? That's the final answer.
Plus 132 sine 4x because the derivative of cosine is negative sine.
No, you're integrating.
Okay, great. Okay.